Yo, what's up, everybody, man? Welcome to Knowledge Relationships Toxic Tuesdays. As we get toxic per usual, it's your boy M3 and the sophisticated jerk.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah, what's up, sophisticated jerk, man? How's it going?
Man, chilling out, chilling. Little tired, man. Went and did my little run, but we here. We about to turn up.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm a little tired too, but unfortunately, I wasn't too proactive as usual, man. Just been doing a lot of work stuff for my coworkers. So,
Oh, okay. You need to cut them off, man. Stop helping them. No, I'm playing. Stop helping them out. Be greedy, damn it.
Needy ass people, man. But nah, I do for the love of money, bro. But
I feel you.
But nah, man, we got like a unique topic, man, and it's strange and change for this world, but we're gonna be talking about the TikTokers, man. As you can probably see down the banner below, man, TikTokers had an epic meltdown over the 24-hour TikTok ban. It only lasted for less than 24 hours to be exact, because y'all TikTokers was crying so much. Some of y'all had been on notice. I would just say that your boy Trump, man, had to save the day, man, and turn TikTok back on for the U.S.
Damn, so that was quick. Yeah, because I saw the alerts. I saw everybody posting them, talk about it. TikTok was going down and they were shutting it down. But you said they was having meltdowns in that little period of time.
Yeah, man. Some of them was serious, and others are just like, come on, man, just cry me a river, bro. But
so what was it, like their livelihood or something?
Yeah, for most people, it was a part of their livelihood because, some of them have no skill, and TikTok was a part of their career where they could do silly dances and tell a bunch of monkey jokes and all that, and get paid off of it. So for them to have a abrupt shutdown like that, I could understand why they panicked because, I mean, you taking their money away, pretty much.
So because I know a lot of people use TikTok, but is it popping like that? Because man, like you said, I try to get on there, but it's like silly ass jokes and stuff. Like you said, dances and shit. So I never really got into it, but was it geared to more kids or?
Well, TikTok was really supposed to be made pretty much for kids, but adults just pretty much took over, man, just pushed them to the side and was like, hey, watch me do whatever y'all doing. So they started doing the dances like the children have been doing. Then they started getting more popular. Then you start having more how-to videos that you can really get from YouTube. But to be honest with you, as a consumer, standpoint, point of view, I'm TikTok wasn't really all that to me, in my opinion. It was just a Chinese app where the United States wasn't really getting much from it, so they was getting mad, big mad. And but for, let's just say and shout outs to guys like Bruiser. Bruiser have had a huge following directly through his YouTube channel from TikTok. So
okay.
So there's some pros and cons to it, man, because when you have TikTok as a huge fan base, man, you really make it big. And if you could transfer both of them to your YouTube channel where the real money is at, then I could say okay, you're doing some things. But TikTok,
so it's mainly short content though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could do live streams once you get up to 1 million followers or something like that.
Oh, okay, that's different. Yeah, like I said, I'll post some stuff here and there. I was never consistent on it because, like I said, it seemed like it just moved fast, man. You got
yeah. But we got somebody in the chat, man. First one up. So, boom, 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 boom. When the raindrops fall from the sky, the Canadian is so fly. And the only Canadian that's supporting us in this channel that is fly is She Stole My Thunder, who also says, I am not here I am the ghost of the YouTube past. Salutes to She Stole My Thunder. Thank you for tuning in, my sister, right? But you're never the past. You are the future, you know? And the future is in Canada somewhere. But so I got 2 videos to pull up. One's gonna be a short one, and then other one we're gonna be reacting to a content creator. He pretty much reacts to a whole bunch of other content creators. But let's start with the one directly from Instagram. I wonder if I could zoom in on this one. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's close enough. All right, fair use.
The guy's name is Jeremy Hopper. I came across one of his TikTok videos yesterday before the app went dark, and he was talking about how he's completely alone. He is the last of his family. He's 27 years old, and all of his family members have passed on before him. Within hours, Jeremy had hundreds and thousands of people commenting and interacting with his content. He came back to us in tears with gratitude, thanking everyone for reminding him that he is not alone. Over the last 5 years, I have built a community of over 900,000 people. I found TikTok during a time where the world was shut down. Everything was so scary. I already felt so alone. I was in a very toxic marriage. I was feeling stuck creatively. I was feeling stuck professionally. And I found community before I found a way of living. And then from there, I discovered my purpose. Everything clicked and made sense because I realized that God put me here to have influence. God put me here to be a light in dark places. Now, while I'm very fortunate and grateful to still have a following on my other platforms, that's besides the point. It grieves me to know that there are so many people who are being vocal, like loud, about mocking those who have benefited from this app in whatever way. And it's not just about the following. It's not just about making money. Some of y'all feel like, well, it ain't a real job, baby. It's been paying real bills for a lot of people. It's been giving people the ability to finally pursue their dreams, finally not live paycheck to paycheck. That's not normal. We have been so desensitized to poverty and to living lives that we don't love. And you wonder why so many people become suicidal and depressed. And I'm not saying that it's all about money or it's all about TikTok, but it's about purpose. It's about community. And people found that in this app. And we sitting here talking about, so it ain't that serious. And y'all need to, I'm glad it's gone. Well, kudos to you. But that don't have anything to do with me. That has nothing to do with my community. People like Jeremy now know that he is cared about. Somebody who felt so alone, who may have gone to the dark side in those thoughts. And I know because I've been there multiple times. I've been in a high functioning depression. I have been suicidal before. And it means everything in the world to know that somebody cares about you. Singer-songwriters, artists, musicians, actors, sculptors, painters, authors, publishers. I mean, so many different people have been able to pursue their God-given calling and talent and purpose because of this app, because it's connected them to their community. There's value in that. And it breaks my heart to know that there are so many people who feel self-righteous enough to dismiss all of that like it's nothing. That's insensitive. But I really want to encourage people to think about that before you go and tear somebody down for losing something that meant something to them, that valued their life in some kind of way. To come back and say, well, now you can get a real job, baby. This is a real job. If any of y'all know the work ethic that I have to produce several videos a day, this is more than a real job. I do this for the labor of love. I'm an entire production company by myself. And I'm not going to make this about me because it's not just about me. There's so many people who have poured everything into this and it just vanishes before their eyes. Even if none of what I said matters to you, just for a second, put yourself in the shoes of creators like myself who have built a following, built a community, built a business for 5 years and it all go up in flames. You would care. That would hurt. You would feel some kind of way. Please be better humans. Please be better humans. Not to mention just the community, the information that we share, so many things that we learned. I learned more on TikTok than I did in half of the years I spent in school. Like, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep going through all of this, but I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed mostly in the people. I'm disappointed, but hey, what's new? All right, love y'all. Bye. This guy's
Okay, we're gonna play the next video. Salutes to Mr. Best.
So real quick, what was your take on that video?
Hold on, family.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on? Oh, I'm glad you asked me. Good. Listen, goodbye, TikTok. Eventually, goodbye. Rest in peace. Goodbye. I don't feel sorry at all for it. Bye. You know why I don't feel sorry for it? I'm gonna tell you why. Because TikTok, unlike Instagram or YouTube, you know what I mean, which definitely, and Zuckerberg spoke about this, and even the heads on YouTube, whether it's Musk or him or whoever else, these apps are regulated, right? And they're being more regulated, which means they're not allowing certain content to be posted. You know what I'm saying? So now, and you know this, M3 and Just Get a Jerk, because y'all been to YouTube school, right? Y'all seen different M3. You put me on a lot of game when it comes to YouTube, above all, right? These apps are regulated. TikTok is not regulated. TikTok allows some of the most vile, the most disrespectful, and the most heinous material to be put out there. And until it's regulated, it needs to be gone. It needs to be gone. You have people doing the most craziest, most degenerate, most harmful things and putting it on TikTok. You know what I mean? And it's allowed because it's not as regulated as the other apps because it doesn't belong to us. It's a foreign app, right? So people on here doing the most. Yes, there are people who are doing positive things. But for the most part, we all know it's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of garbage. It's a lot of bullcrap. It's a lot of low vibrational, evil, satanic behavior. Yeah, I'm calling it what it is. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So people like we got to really be real about what's really going on with the app. You know what I mean? And that's really the problem. It's not the fact that people don't want people to be successful. It's just the fact that when we look at that app, what is being put on there? Is it really being beneficial or it's not? You know what I mean? And that's really why people feel the way they feel about TikTok. That's why I feel the way I feel about it. I told people go read a book. that's hey, it's gone, go read a book, you be all right. You know what I mean? Because TikTok ain't really giving you nothing too much informational. You know what I mean? It's really, like I said, it's really there for the degenerates and the peons and the people who really want to put things on there that are just negative and just garbage. So it is what it is. And that's my take on it. I'm cooking. I'm in the back, but I'll be back.
All right. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, attacking that video. First of all, this is gonna sound a little mean, but who gives a fuck about y'all situation? Not to be mean. It's just like shit happens in life. It's like with all the people that lose jobs on a regular basis, you think we're gonna cry over TikTok people? So, I understand people are making some money off of it, but you're supposed to have balance in life. So it's just like, man, you can't be reliant on one thing, especially if it's entertainment. Entertainment comes and goes. So if you're pouring all your whole existence into a social media app, you're kind of dumb, because it's just like you could get a job and do content on the same, you could balance both. So it's just like I saw some clips where this was like, I quit my job and I poured into this. It's like, man, you don't quit your job until you Mr. Beast or somebody. You got that revenue flowing in. You got it consistently. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just to be so reliant on your livelihood just on social media, yeah, you're kind of an idiot anyways. Then the second thing they was addressing as far as community and stuff, it's just like, I love coming on here talking. So I do see like how people could socialize. We have fun, but also, man, I know like you're out there, you're doing your photography stuff. I'm always outside. So it's just like, again, you can't be reliant on anything. So when they're talking about, oh, we got community and what's his name, Jeremy, everybody gave him words of affirmation and shit. It's like, Jeremy better go get laid. Jeremy's kind of a loser. Like, we gotta keep it real. It is like, man, it's like if you're reliant on anything, man, 100%, it's just like, man, there's something wrong with you, and you need to kind of like. It's like nobody's saying you can't come on these apps, have fun, man. I love coming up here and chopping it up, but man, I'm out in the community. I'm doing different things, man. I got a social life outside of this. So yeah, it's kind of almost people developing a dependency on it. So yeah, when she was like just ranting and you know, just think about like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I'm like, man, I'm 45. And man, just think about all the businesses and industries that went under, you know, I mean, that were like Fortune 500 companies, Blockbuster, Kmart. You remember Circuit City, Radio Shack?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, nobody's going to feel bad, you know, if y'all don't make it on TikTok, you know? So yeah, it's like people need to like kind of chill out. Yeah. Like Stan said, newspapers. So it's just like, man, we done seen so much, like, especially with Amazon. You know, the game changed at that moment. So it's so many people losing. I know like down in y'all neck of the woods, they had a bunch of layoffs, you know, with that whole IT and stuff like that. So yeah, nobody's feeling sorry for nobody down there. They're, you know, when you get hit, you got to go and figure that shit out. You got to adapt.
Yeah, you got to pull yourself by the bootstraps, man. All right, look, before I get my commentation, right? You know, let me be like a good facilitator and read the comments, okay? So she stole my thunder. Says like there are two sides to every coin. For everyone who was destroyed by TikTok's ban, there are many who were helped by help too. She also says regulated, okay, with the quotations around it. It's a loosely based word. People cannot say certain things on most apps, sure, but I hardly call that regulation. And then just basically like, you know, naming down the whole list, radio stations. I mean, we still got the radio stations that do exist, but at a certain point, I mean, they're being overturned by now what we could now call podcasts, you know? So things are changing. They're not the same like how it was back in the 80s versus the 90s to the early 2000s and now this year of college, you know. So I know what I'm going to say, you know, and when I was listening, at first I was like, man, do I need to bite my tongue and pretend to be sensitive? You know what I mean?
Hell nah.
But I forget that this is Toxic Tuesday, and you know, anyone who was born on the 80s and in the 80s and before, you grew up around the 90s era, one thing you know for sure, no matter what bad things happen to you, it better be like a legit reason. And sometimes, even if it was a legit reason, you know what people will tell me and tell anyone else? Fuck your feelings. Okay? Especially like when it comes like to like a social media app. So I'm just gonna be upfront about it. The guy who has a little crying face or whatever, I'm like, look, I know y'all want to say, oh, he got mental health issues and you should be very sensitive to his feelings and he built a community. I get it. We all have a community. Even knowledge relationships have a community. You know, Man of Sophistication has a community. Anything that you build on social media, what up, 100 Watts, right? Even 100 Watts, those who love him, he loves those that love him. Even the Twitch, he has a community. But here's the thing, right? If you lose that community because of whatever happens to social media, unfortunately, it is what it is. You know, when those people, when you meet and link up with those people, you should already establish that connection where it goes beyond social media. If it's not passing beyond social media, where like, say for instance, like you mentioned about the photography thing, right? If you can't meet up with some of the people like who supporting you while you supporting them, I mean, if that community get destroyed, that's just what it is. You know, I mean, they're just pretty much a fan base. The way how I look at it, and that's no disrespect. But yeah, I mean, we're in the era where like I feel like people try to coddle people and they try to fix things and make things right and give out a bunch of weak ass excuses. Bro, the guy who crying all that stuff, I mean, yeah, I mean, RP to all your family members, but people went through some really hard shit than just like losing TikTok. So I'm not gonna be crying over this shit. If I lose YouTube, yeah, I'll be sad or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got Instagram. I mean, Facebook is trash. I'm just gonna put it out there. But you know what I mean? Like I will rebuild the community. The community will still come around full circle. You know, because we know people that know people that know other people. So it says like F my feelings, chicken feet and voodoo dolls. Yes, minus the chicken feet though, right?
But man, just think how like entitled this generation is, man. When you think about it, man, where we got like half of LA burning up, people done lost their homes and stuff. You got some motherfuckers crying over TikTok, and because they were reliant, like I said, they became dependent on it. They put all their eggs in one basket, but it's like people losing like their livelihood. People. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, man, I do think we need to be a little more harsh moving forward. Cause yeah, it's just like, man, y'all serious with this TikTok thing? Like you really like just was reliant on this and you're gonna go and jump out here making videos complaining and crying while people are houses on fire and shit. So it's just, yeah, man, we gotta start drawing some lines in the sand. I ain't got time for coddling people no more. I just, and plus, even if like you have a say like a following our community on YouTube, you got people out there. Because one dude, he like reached out to me and he was like, "Hey man, can I get mentorship or coaching?" And I was like, "Man, I'm not about to take your money. Go get a gym membership, start lifting." You know what I'm saying? And I could have easily like took that dude's money and shit, but I was like, "Nah, man. If you really want to build, go take action, man. Go hit the gym and start lifting." You know, get you a little wardrobe change, and man, I'll help you out for free. So I do think like some of the people are, you know, making people dependent and reliant to try to get the money, and I think it is kind of creating some weakness in mental health, you know, with that whole a lot of these movements, because it's like, hey, at the end of the day, if I'm supposed to be helping you improve, I need to be pushing you outside, like watch the replay or some shit, like you ain't. But it's like some people, man, they live on this motherfucker.
Shit, I'll take the money and give you bad advice, though. But
I will say this though, it'll be, you know, listen, I'm not taking away from the brother's struggle. All right, so the brother who's making money on TikTok, please don't take what I'm saying as if I'm taking away from your struggle or what you've been through. I'm not. All right, I'm sensitive to it. I've been through enough stuff. I done faced my own mortality on several occasions within the last 5 years. Trust me, I am not cognizant of what people go through. I'm very cognizant and aware. So I'm not taking away from what you're going through. So please understand it. It would be evil and wrong of me for me to do that. You know what I mean? You know, it's just a simple fact of I want people to understand what this app has allowed and how it's conducted and how it's constructed. You know what I mean? And based on that, this is why the app is where it's at now, where you got the president having to bring it back and then it still may be banned anyway. And you know what I mean? Because of what's allowed on the app. You know what I mean? Now listen, however you get your money is how you get your money. I'll never knock the hustle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm really a dude from Brooklyn. I ain't knocking no hustle. Can't knock the hustle, baby. You know what I mean? We really live by that for real. I'll never do that. So however you make your money, make your money. You know what I mean? Well, watch that shit choice. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? However you make your money, make your money. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, like you have to understand in making your money, right? If you're making it in a certain atmosphere or a certain environment, what may come with it. You know what I mean? We have to be aware. So, you know, hopefully that young man, you know, brings his hustle to Instagram or to YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or wherever else he has to go, right? and I'm sorry that his community got disbanded. You know what I mean? But just understand what this app was allowing and the things that were being facilitated through the app. You know what I mean? That was actually not good. So, hopefully, like I said, he finds a new community somewhere else. And maybe if the app, has better regulations, just like if you've seen it and there's a video, you know what I mean, and if you could find an M3, you could look it up, or I'll share it with you. Zuckerberg did a whole live about how Instagram, and I think he said Instagram and Facebook is gonna have a whole bunch of new regulations. Right? He just did this about a week ago. Did a whole live about it. I don't know how long the live is, but he said that it's gonna be new regulations. People gonna be able to speak their mind, but certain things ain't gonna be able to be said, and he's changing a whole bunch of different things. So, you know what I mean? People are smart because they know, one, there's a new president that's coming through. He already done signed about, I think, 200 different, things into effect as of yesterday. And he done got rid of certain things as of yesterday. So a lot of things are changing. So please, if you're on social media, be aware of what's changing, you know what I mean? And actually make the adjustments that you need to make. You know what I mean? And then, you'll be better. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I'm going to share. Go ahead, y'all.
No, good points. But I just the last thing, and I'll toss back over to you in 3. If you mess with anything technology related, man, you got to be ahead of the curve. Because it's even like people that did coding and stuff, and they got blindsided. It's like, man, you got to constantly be, I'll say adapting to new stuff and changing and staying caught up on like current events. Because it's just like things happen so fast in technology where you could get outdated quick, especially in entertainment. So, I mean, a lot of them, if they were like sitting there just being reliant on TikTok, it's just like, what happened if a new app comes and it's the next hottest thing? We just been seeing this for the last few years. I mean, YouTube's always been pretty stable, but Rumble's starting to come out. You got some other ones starting to come out. So it's just like I think sometimes people, it's just like if you got a good opportunity, say you're making money off of TikTok or social media, still keep your job and stack your bread. And then like once you get to a comfortable state, you done invested your money, diversified your stuff. It's just like then you could be somewhat reliant on something. But it's just like they just will start moving off of like what she said in the video, like we doing what we love now. And I think that's just terrible advice. Sometimes you got to do what you need to do until you get financial freedom, and then once you get financially free, then you can kind of start doing what you love and all the hobbies, the passion and all that stuff. So I don't think people just ever build that comfort zone sometimes, and they just dive into something and they get blindsided. It's just like, hey, I want a pity party. But I like the comment that she stole my thunder, but she was just like, hey, pretty much everybody's going through this, and that's facts. It's just everybody's getting kind of hit right now. So it's just like, man, you can't be reliant on like I'll say gimmick type, not gimmick work, but what they call it, where people go from job to job and they'll do editing and what's that side, pay 5 hours, that type of work, niche work, pretty much. So you can't be reliant on that, because sometimes it's like, what happened if you don't have the customer base? So yeah, I just think like people are not thinking ahead.
Yeah, I like that comment because, excuse me, I'm gonna read this out real quick, because it says that's the reality of everyday person, If she lost her job, she will be lost completely. Most people are completely dependent on their paychecks, right? And besides like just a social media app, like a lot of us, like we put our
there you go, 100 freelance.
Oh, freelance, okay. A lot of people, we put our eggs in one basket, and so what happens is that, let's just say, for instance, like for people like me, okay, now I may have a certification for something that can lead me to other jobs. But let's say, for instance, if my health is not good, or something happens, like with my driver's license, which I still got to fix that, thanks to DMV for screwing that up in the database. But anyways, that that will mess up my livelihood, like in some cases, and and when you put all your eggs in one basket or like in one company, you will feel lost because you feel like that was all what you could do when during your leisure time. And salute to Mr. Best. He said he had to go, but thanks for coming up. When honestly, bro, I think every person should try to also learn a new skill on the side. So photography, for instance, right? It's just something like that is classified as a hobby. But the more I keep practicing, the more I keep working on the craft or whatever, the more I keep building that network, hopefully eventually I can start doing some paid gigs or whatever. But again, you want to just try to be a person, right, that you could be good at whatever you could do. Why says because they're not raised on what you gotta do to get what you want.
That's facts.
Facts. You know, salutes to Marcus, man. Thank you for
what's good, Marcus.
Stan says, I have to ask a question again. Are these social media apps actually social networks or just making us more antisocial? Well, it depends on you, how you use the social media apps. Because I'll tell you for sure, for me, there are moments where I use the social media apps, let's say Instagram. So it's the number one, in my opinion, the number one networking app. That's how we all connect, meet with one another, build from that point. And then there's moments where it's like, well, if y'all want to look at corn, pornography or whatever, right? Instagram and all those other social media apps is where it's at, which I know most of y'all be doing anyway, though. So I ain't judging, but
Hold on, let me go back to Stan's comment because I think that was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's because I definitely think it's a good place to network. Because like I said, a lot of times, it's good for people to blow off steam. I think a lot of people go to work. Then, when people have panels, man, it's good to go up there, chop it up. Because I do think when you become an adult, sometimes I think you got a lot of responsibilities in your lane. It's not like you're going to go out and seek friends, or it's a little harder when, you might have kids and all that stuff. So it's a good place, I think, to come and like chop it up and have conversations. But I just think, man, you can't, with anything, you got to have a good balance where it's just like, all right, man, I could come in here, talk some shit, but I do got to go outside and talk to real people and stuff, have real interactions. I got to go do something. I got to get some hobbies, man. Like I said, hit the gym or, go play some pickleball or some shit. So it's just like, you just can't live out on these things that I do think it would eventually start making people antisocial. So like that kid, Jeremy, it seemed like he's getting to the point of being antisocial, He's becoming reliant on social media for like any interaction. Because I think some people are just so scared to go out and step out their comfort zone. So I think that's what it is making some people antisocial.
You don't catch me in real life, I'm a late. And peace to APTV, man.
What's good, APTV?
Okay. Definitely shout out to you, my brother, man. Thank you for tuning in. People lost their damn minds. Like, yeah. Before I play the next video, man, this kind of gets my point, man, as far as with the whole TikTok stuff. Like I said, man, the positive thing, I'll say this though, right? Y'all could have been like on OnlyFans, but y'all not. Okay, y'all could have, slanging or dealing with drugs or something like that, in the real world. But y'all not doing that. Y'all just making a bunch of goofy videos, just like how we come up there like on the lives and we just talk our ish. You know what I mean? So, look,
but I do think it's good that people are being creative. So and even if they're making like a side hustle, I'm not mad at that. I think that's actually pretty clever. I just think, man, I like, say if my son was like, hey, man, I want to be a TikToker. I'm like, player, you got to get a job. Like, just do this on your downtime and stuff, and build that up. And you got to have something to fall back on. Because like I'll tell him, I'll be like, hey, man, technology changes too fast, and it's just like TV shows don't last forever. So, it's like even some of the best ones, man, they have like so many seasons, like 5 to 6. So it's like, man, you're not. I think in people's mind, it's like, hey, okay, I'm popping now, but shit, in a few months, there somebody else might jump out there. Everybody jumps on that bandwagon. So it's just like, man, like I said, entertainment and technology, you just can't be comfortable like that. So it's just like, man, multitask. Like, if you're making money off of TikTok, shit, that's extra bread you could be stacking if you have a job. But like I said, people are just so caught up in the whole passion thing. Like, oh man, I want to chase my passion. It's like, okay, well, when you get blindsided, now your passion is gonna be your biggest weakness and stuff. So yeah, it's just, man, getting that balance. I think they gotta do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Oh, one last thing too. Actually, recently there was a Filipino woman, probably black and Filipino. She was a flight attendant, and this was like one of O'Shea's Dusty News networks, and she was pretty much like the winner of it, right? Because she posted a TikTok video with her 6-month employment at some.
Oh, the twerking one.
Yeah, man. Like, how you twerk yourself out of a job, man? To the point that the CEO had to make a statement, let you guys know that, man. Basically, like, you could do whatever you want to do. We don't judge or condemn, but don't do it on company time.
Yeah, people ain't playing around. You better make sure your job is cool with it. You better read those policies. Everybody ain't fucking around.
Yeah. I mean, I look, I admire her rumptious,
she was thick.
Yeah, she was thick and very curvy and all for me to watch. But you just don't do that on company time, and this is what we be talking about. Y'all crying over TikTok, but then when you get the TikTok back, y'all keep messing yourselves up, man. Y'all and the first thing y'all want to do is do that demonic twerking stuff, man. And then y'all want to be like, yeah, it's a ritual type of thing. Shaq is gonna. Shaq is definitely gonna rescue her.
I'll say this too. To give people more information as well. The app is, I think it's made by Chinese developers. I'm not really sure. See, the Chinese or Korean developers or something like that.
Yeah.
And the app over there is used for education, and it's used for a source of just helping the youth to learn certain things. It's not used for what it's used over here. So I think those developers seeing that and seeing what it's used for over here, they was like, that's not the purpose of our app. So that's why they want to get rid of it, because we're not using it, for what they called it for. So I think when you're using something, and it's from a foreign place, you have to understand that at any moment, something could happen. That's the lesson to be learned here. When something is not yours, whether it's foreign or domestic, anything can happen anytime. So you just have to be prepared and aware. You know what I mean? And if not, then you're gonna suffer the consequences. So hopefully, they are able to bring it back, and it's able to be a source of information, and it's able to, actually bring something that can, that's actually good, out here, and we can actually use it for what it's used for. If not, then yeah, they have every right to say, this don't belong to y'all, and we gonna do what we want to do with it. And that's just it.
Shouts to, thank you, Mr. Best, but shouts to Pretty Good Gaming. They said that TikTok is from Singapore. Isn't that
okay?
Singapore, China, right?
Okay, Pretty Good Gaming. I don't. Like I said, I know it was a foreign app. I didn't. That's why I said somewhere out there, either in Asia, China, or anything else. You know what I mean? So I don't really know specifically from where it's from. You know what I mean? But I knew it was a foreign app, so that's why I named more than one place. But thank you for at least trying to correct me. But yeah.
And then soapbox facts like Temu and Shane sites.
Exactly.
But yeah, let's go ahead, man. We got another video we're gonna play, man, and I'm trying to pull this up. There we go. All right, so just shout outs to I forgot that content creator's name though, but yeah, what's it called? Araco TV or something. Anyway, so he's one of those red pill guys, but that ain't the point. The point is, man, we're gonna be watching some of these clips that they be reacting to. Praise on all of them.
So as everyone knows, TikTok is now banned in the US, and when I posted this news the other day, the majority of you guys were happy about it, unlike a lot of the influencers having full-blown meltdowns.
Call for a check on a caller 103. RP is saying they love TikTok and is very incoherent.
You guys, I'm not okay. I am okay, but I'm not okay. I'm crashing out. My precious TikTok.
You know, it's funny. I'd say this is the worst thing that boomers have done to the younger generation.
I'm about to lose my job on TikTok as an influencer. I just wanted to clarify a few things. My house, I pay $2,000 a month for my house. And then I just bought a 2025 Mercedes SUV. So let's just clarify that, because you guys were wondering like what I meant by that. So in total, I pay like probably almost $10,000 in bills and food and just my lifestyle. I want to thank everyone who sent me money on Venmo. I was able to get a total of $6,000 already. Like, that's so nice. Like, no one's ever done anything like nice for me before. But yeah, guys, right now I'm really worried because if TikTok's banned, like what are us influencers really gonna do? Like, we have nothing to go to. So I'm probably gonna sue the government because without TikTok, there is no me, there is no influencer. My bills are too high to work at McDonald's. Like, that's just not gonna ever happen. That's just not a thing.
We gotta pause this real quick, right? Let me read this comment for a second. He said about to lose my job with a question mark, 10K from TikTok. Well, mostly she's talking about 10K from her poor spending habits. You know, when I hear these people talk, right? I be to myself, right? When I'm off screen, I'm like, damn God, right? Why the hell you be blessing these stupid ass people, right? That don't know what the hell they want to do with their money. It's just like the dumb people. Like, do I have to be dumb in order for me to get some money? Because like the ones who kind of know what they could do with the money, like I'm gonna give you guys just a little bit of financial education real quick, right? From a person like who used to have it all. But anyways, you know, hustle still rebound. If I was on a social media app and I was getting, let's just say like 10K, like Stan was saying, right, from TikTok. Okay. Plus, I mean, if I was a woman, I would get the extra 6K from the Sims because that's where she got that 6K donation from. It was because she was pretty. It wasn't because people felt sorry for her. I just want to put that out there. But let's just say, okay, I'm making money from TikTok just by uploading a bunch of easy videos and just talking about a bunch of nothing, right? Salutes to Daryl, man. Thank you for tuning in.
What's good, Daryl?
But the money that comes like to my hands, to my bank account, what I would try to do is like I would just try to reinvest that money, right? So in that way, I'll have a contingency plan. So if something happens, right? I know folks been making millions of dollars off of TikTok and all these social media apps. Use that money that could generate more money without you even have to do much. That way, like you could think of community later, like for your success and your residual income. But what happens is that the young folks or people who are not financially educated, they get the money, they don't know what to do with it. So they're buying all these houses, they're buying all these cars. And then when something like that happens, then they look dumbfounded talking about like there's no jobs for them to go, or like where can you find a job at? You saw like the bottle, like whatever that she was drinking from Raising Kings, like go work at Raising Kings, man, if shit gets hard. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that was crazy. What'd she say? She paid like $2,000 in
for a mortgage
and then her car. So it's just that's what I'm saying, man. It's just like kind of like what you were saying. It's like, man, damn, here they got this blessing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just squandering it. because like I said, I think when people get attached to hustles, man, that's the bad thing. A lot of times people think the money's just always going to keep running. So instead of, like you said, doing something smart with it, it's just like, man, let me go and just spend recklessly, and then they don't got no skill sets on top of that. So it's just like when shit hits the fan, because even though they reactivated TikTok, isn't it on like a timeline till they kind of figure it out? So it's like it could be gone for good, right?
So you talking about like when they uploaded videos on TikTok? You talking about they disappeared?
No, because I know they put it back up. Where TikTok, they took it down, and then it was like reactivated. Whereas it's like, okay, I think Trump was pretty much saying like he's gonna give it some time and before they make the actual decision. So it might be like a month or so. So it's just like people better like start kind of getting their ducks in order, because it still might go away. Oh, there you go. It has 75 days.
Yeah, 75 days, but it's likely, but it's likely Supreme Court will take it down sooner.
Yeah, there you go. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like it seems like it's on that trajectory. The Supreme Court might force them to take it down or sell it, whatever they got to do. So it's just like, that's what I'm saying. No, people got to, adapt, or, milk it for what it's worth, get that money. And maybe if it don't go away, you're good. But, start thinking about different ways where you could, like I said, diversify.
Yeah.
What's good, Poppy?
What's up, Poppy Bonko?
But yeah, it's just crazy though. Like I said, just to be able to make that money, that's definitely good. But
good
to increase your spending and stuff like that on like a freelance type work, or like I said, on entertainment, yeah, you messing up on that.
Yeah, that's why like you always gotta have some type of plan going forward. Like, again, man, like here's the thing, right? YouTube could be here today and it could be gone tomorrow. But I've always made sure that I post all my social media links. So in case if something happens, you'll know where to find it. Most likely, if you're watching this like from, like your computer, you'll be able to find my email address. More so, like you'll be able to find my Instagram account. So, just like the time, like when YouTube kind of shut down a particular video that we was reacting to, we kept going. We just shut down the YouTube side, but we had Twitch rolling, and then we also had Instagram rolling as well too. Now, those are not money making platforms, in my opinion, as opposed to like YouTube. Even though we're not even monetizing YouTube anymore, but for now that is. But the thing is, like, there's always going to be like an outlet that you could always go to for now. So just create that contingency plan before like things can work. And hopefully, these people are smart enough to know that, okay, look, if you have 75 days to get or less to get all your stuff together, you better start creating some type of like stability for yourself. Because once that
I didn't realize that. Look at Pretty Good Game and said what really sucks is when TikTok closed it also reset what the app owed people. People lost thousands. Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Oh damn. Yeah, that's messed up. So TikTok took your money too, though, man. See, I'm just saying, man. Don't be loyal to one company that ain't loyal to you. She's so much says to Watts. Then they say at one point they wanted OF to step away from adult content.
Yeah, they did. It was like quick, because like what Watts was saying, I think they were like pitching an idea. Then they must have looked at that revenue, how much money they was bringing in. They were like, "Oh hell no."
Mm-hmm. He says, "What if the internet dies? Wouldn't that put me in the same boat?" I mean, yeah, it will put anybody at the same boat. But to be honest with you, I mean, if the internet is gone and all these social media apps is no more of a use, hey, then I had my fair run, man, with knowledge relationships. That's all I could say. I ain't worried about that. Like the rest of these losers, man, that be crying over these social media apps, man, I ain't gonna be crying shit. I'm gonna be like, hey, man, well, back to my regular scheduled programming and flirt with like Latino women.
Yeah, because even that day, man, when we was doing the video and that it went down on YouTube, I was like, hey, man, we can stop right now. Shit, I was about to go to happy hour. So, yeah, I'm just I'm going to go outside. I ain't got time to be whining. Life's too short.
Right, exactly. Yeah, let's see. Too much money to kick them off. No, let's just come on now. We all know you're a big social media concierge, making
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur?
Yeah.
But what is it making? What, like buttercup? I can't pronounce that one. Bucks.
Oh, Boku bucks.
Boku bucks. That sounds like a French term, man. Come on, she stole my thunder, man. You know I can't read French, but she says, "Oh, let me see. Don't let us have to go back to using our hands, right? Oh, God forbid if any of you niggas gotta like use your hands though. Like, I feel sorry for you. You know, y'all
I'm bougie, Watts. I'm gonna be fucked out here.
Right. Let's see. OF have 2 tiers. Okay, new but non-new, but the AI generator adult made more money. So the oh wow. So shit, that's easy work. I mean, well, no, I can't say that's easy work because people say like it's so hard to, or it takes a lot of hard work just to shoot something and upload a video and post it on there. So my bad, y'all. I gotta make sure I be sensitive to what y'all going through, right? We got it easy. Like we just do live streams and we just go on the fly. Mine is like creating thumbnails and tagging videos and try to come up with shit, right? But she stole my thunder. Also says anyone over 45 years old ain't too worried about to lose. Oh, anyone that's over 45 years old ain't about to lose. Anybody worry about losing the internet? We live most of our lives without the internet. Hey, speak for yourself. Look, I need the internet so I could like beat people in the Tekken 8 games and stuff. So I need my internet when I be going online and talking my trash. Remember, I'm an internet warrior. So without the internet, I mean, you know what I mean?
I'm with She Stole My Thunder. Yeah, y'all can take it. We'll be straight. But damn, 100 Watts said he done fixed this fridge and did all kind of things. Shout out to you, man.
I fixed a washer and then fridge. Okay, a washer and a fridge this week. That's what's up, Watts. How dare you not know how to read my French? Hey, I be practicing on my Spanish most of the time,
Yeah, you were struggling with that word. What'd you say, buttercup? That shit was Boku. He said buttercup.
Hey, I forgot you practice on French too, Jeremy. You should help me out, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you read all the French words next time, man. Sorry.
That was funny though.
But Stan says, "Want to watch? That's OF content fixing washers." And there's OF content about fixing washers and refrigerators.
Stop lying, Stan.
Okay. She says buttercup, and the other word I can't remember again, but same difference, right? All right, whatever.
She stole my thunder. Stop lying to this Negro. It ain't the same.
Hey, it's like tomato, right? Like live, not like, right? Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we get back to that video. I know the.
Yeah. Let's go back to it.
Yeah, they
I gotta keep it real. I am crashing the fuck out right now. I don't know what to do. Oh my god. I've already opened and closed the app probably 6 times already just to keep getting the same stupid warning message. Oh my god. Like this just this is so dystopian. First of all, I feel pathetic that I am freaking out like this over an application being unavailable on my phone. But also, like, This has been a massive part of our life for the last 6 years. And normally when something happens, I would get on TikTok and start complaining, and I can't even do that. I feel like disconnected. I feel cut off from the world and my community. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. God, and I can't, like, now I'm rooting for Trump? Ew! God, like, make America great again, I guess. God.
Please save me, Donald Trump. Please. I'm asking you. Please save me.
Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. Law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok.
So I guess TikTok.
It only gives me an option to close the app.
Do not leave the fucking stream. Yeah, TikTok. If you leave.
Guys, if you leave, you're gone.
Wait, it pops up the moment I open my thing. They might not. How many viewers do we have?
Still says the same. Oh fuck! It came up on this phone.
How many streams?
Oh,
How many?
God.
Guys, breaking fucking
This one has 23K.
Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch.
And to the U.S. government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never going to trust you ever again because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again with anything.
So I'm starting to give up hope that there's going to be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's going to save this app.
I feel so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app. But the fact is that this has been a sense of community for me for years now. And it got me through really, really hard times in my life. The pandemic, losing my job, all of that, getting divorced, like all of this crap that's happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been on here. Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff. It's been a source of income for me for going on 3 years now. First, it was just a little bit, but then it got to be more. I'm not like rich off of it, but it has significantly helped my income every month. I'm like worried about like what I'm gonna do financially.
Go get a job at fucking McDonald's, because that's where you fucking belong.
It's really not fair that like they're banning TikTok, and I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen a video of the girl that made the renegade dance, and I'm crying because I read a comment that was like the algorithm saying goodbye to us, and I've been noticing that a lot over the past like week. Like all the trends that came in the beginning are coming back, and it just makes me really sad because it genuinely feels like our parents just came in the middle of a school year and said, yeah, forget all your friends, forget all the hard work that you did at this school, forget everything that you did. You're gonna have to start from scratch. And it sucks because it's like it's beyond TikTok dances, it's beyond all of that. Like we have put Black culture on a stage that everybody can appreciate. Y'all have shown me things about psychology and my family and my friends and myself that I would never learned in this lifetime. Like I don't really know, like, and I know it sounds dramatic to say I don't know what I'm going to do without TikTok, but like, bro, I really don't know who I'm going to be without TikTok because a large part of who I have become in the last 6 years and a large part of my growth has come from a lot of the stuff I've learned off of this app. And I really hate to say goodbye.
Bye, bitch.
I have no idea how I'm going to
Hey, hit pause real quick.
This app was literally supposed to be my way out.
Yeah, at this point, man, I think they need to cancel this shit. Just to help these motherfuckers like socialize. 'Cause this is bad. Like I feel like Watts, man. I'm feeling old as hell. Cause like I understand the inconvenience, but I'm like, damn, like they're crying. Like I think it was like 2 people now that was like, man, I learned more on TikTok than I have in my life. You know, going to school and shit. I'm like, where were y'all sleeping in class? Like, because don't get me wrong, like I've been on TikTok, man. Some of the videos is cool, but it's definitely I don't see where the fuck you go really learn. You got to sort through a lot of bullshit to get to the learning. So yeah, this shit crazy.
I mean, likewise, man. Like, if I needed to, every time I need to learn something, I always had YouTube to go to. You know, YouTube is basically like one of like the best teachers in my opinion. I feel like, okay, now if YouTube gets shut down, I'm gonna be like, dang, man, that hits hard because I could go to YouTube University, get all my questions answered. They have step-by-step tutorials. Man, I was trying to look for something like a how-to video on TikTok just to try to see what's so good about it. And I'm like, they had like some things they could show, but it wasn't like really in depth like you could do like with YouTube. So I'm like, look, man, like I said, man, I ain't trying to be insensitive or whatever, right? But at the same time, y'all could miss me with all that TikTok stuff and those sad stories about it. You know, you guys, you guys could live. You guys will be all right. You'll live without TikTok.
I mean, is it a good learning tool? Because I mean, like I said, I haven't used it a lot. Like I said, I just posted a little bit, but like I said, that shit was like a highway, the Autobahn. It was just way too fast for me. You know, I'm old as shit. But I mean, can you learn a lot? Because it seems like short videos, man. Like YouTube, I think She Stole My Thunder was saying like, hey, videos are about 10 minutes. You could go look up stuff because, like you said, I looked up videos to how to do this, whatever. But on TikTok, I maybe I'm just not. I don't know how to use it.
Right. Let me get to these comments real quick.
Oh, okay. So thanks. Pretty good game. Said TikTok is amazing to get food reviews, beats, Yelp, and Google easy. All right, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, these people are crying like they looking up like nuclear physics on this shit.
She Stole My Thunder says, we tend to forget that YouTube has provided the same services that TikTok has, but people want it in 30 seconds rather than 10 minutes plus. I see the benefits of YouTube, but I can manage without YouTube. Okay. You got to show us the money on TikTok. Yes, they definitely do. Learn how to cook with Kaya. Wait a minute, didn't Kaya get banned from TikTok?
No, I think they was trying to shut her down, but they need to ban her with all that damn sodium she cooked with. All that goddamn salt.
Sodium with Kaya, huh?
High cholesterol with Kaya.
Damn. I'm learning to cook my enemies through YouTube. I mean, I'm learning what the spices to use in my next meals. Hey man, don't be adding the chili cheese peppers in there in the meals. She Stole My Thunder. Let's see. Out here serving orange la negro.
She Stole My Thunder. What type of meals you trying to cook? Don't tell me you out here making tuna fish.
Don't tell me like you making like those Lifetime type of meals. YouTube Shorts was inspired by TikTok. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, either way, man, I don't think it's gonna be a complete end for TikTok. Eventually it's gonna be regulated, heavily taxed by the US government, however they do it. And we'll see, man. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie. They shut down YouTube. That's going to be bad for me. That's going to do me bad. I learned how to change my brakes on YouTube. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do think, man, like if they shut down YouTube, it will impact. I ain't gonna lie. Because, just even not the shit we just do, but also, I watch a lot of like shows and different things, podcasts. But yeah, like I said, maybe I just gotta get on TikTok more, like see what's going on. Because every time I saw it, man, like I said, it just moves fast. It just seems too corny.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube is basically just like my cable TV. I don't even have cable TV because of YouTube. I be watching it so much. So it will take a big hit a little bit. My lawyer told me to plead the fifth. Never answer any question about my lawyer present. All right. Well, look, She Stole My Thunder. Look, I could be your American lawyer. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways.
All right. Take a picture when you cook them dish. Like, show us how the outcome comes. She's probably out there cooking something like Chilean sea bass. Stepping her game up.
Yeah, I could probably tell, man. Like just. The RT side of She Stole My Thunder, I could tell she could probably cook down a good Canadian meal. So, anyway, shout outs to Tim Hortons. Let's go ahead and continue the video.
So for everyone who's saying, go get a job, I am literally working. I have no more time. I work almost every day doing DoorDash, and DoorDash pays $2 a delivery. I Instacart. I have classes Monday through Thursday in person. I have been posting on this app almost every day for 5 years, guys. I've been posting on this app 3 to 5 times every day for the last 6 months. I've made $175 on here. In 7 days on TikTok, I have made $871. There is no job that's going to even come close to that. My tuition is $7,000 a semester, and my rent is $800 every month. So no amount of working is going to get that pay, and I do not want to be in debt my entire life. I literally don't know what to do. My next step has always been to go to the poll. So when y'all see me dancing, do not say a damn thing. And the people who voted to take this app away are the people who used this app to campaign. All of their campaign posts, they posted on here. Make it make sense.
Now, the reason TikTok got banned in the US is due to national security concerns over its Chinese ownership and fears of data misuse by the Chinese government, but some people have other theories.
If TikTok being banned does not radicalize you as an American citizen, you are intentionally missing the point, because it's not about TikTok. It's the fact that Republicans and Democrats across all legislative branches can expeditiously and unanimously pull together like never before, and probably never again, to streamline legislation banning a social media app while completely ignoring everything important to us. They can't pull together to make sure my kids don't get shot while they go to school, to fix the economy, to mandate livable wages, to kick hedge funds out of single-family homes so I can afford my mortgage again. They're doing fuck all about homeowners insurance, stealing billions of dollars from Americans, and then leaving them for dead while their homes wash away in a flood or burn to the fucking ground in a fire. They, like every other country, can't pull together to outlaw the poisonous substances that are put into our food, creating an epidemic of obese, diabetic, cancerous Americans who need to lean on a healthcare system. They do all the mandate in way of quality of service or cost. They won't give us free healthcare. They won't invest in infrastructure or education, but all of their efforts collectively go to banning a social media app. California is on fire. North Carolina and Tennessee washed away. New Jersey has geoplasmic orbs over it. Our kids get shot in school, and our economy is on the brink of fucking collapse. But their top priority is banning social media. That's where the effort goes.
This is Representative Michael McCall, and you may not know him, but if you're on this app, you should, because he wrote the bill to ban TikTok. But he's also done some other really interesting shit recently. So here's Mike's recent questionable activity. On March 3rd, he authored the TikTok ban bill. Then on March 22nd, he invested $150,000 in Meta. On the 26th, he invested another $150,000, and on the 28th, he invested another $150,000. So about 3 weeks after writing the TikTok ban bill, this man invested $450,000 in TikTok's competitor. Oh, and then what did he do once he saw his TikTok ban was going to be included with all the Ukraine funding? Well, on April 1st, he invested $350,000 more in Meta, followed by the 5th, where he invested that again. And then about a week later, of course, he voted yes on the bill he wrote. So within the span of 40 days, this dude wrote the TikTok ban bill, proceeded to invest $450,000 in the competitor, and then invested another $700,000, taking his total investment in Meta to $1.15 million. And then he voted yes. Now, obviously, the word most people are using here is suspicious, but the word we should be using is criminal. This man wrote the fucking bill to ban TikTok, proceeded to invest more than $1 million in its competitor, whose stock will skyrocket if TikTok actually gets banned, and then voted on the bill to ban it. Are you paying attention yet? You don't find that suspicious?
Every other country knows it's about suppressing the free speech of its citizens. If the government believes that a single app could, quote from the hearing on the 10th, skew the perspective of American citizens to be anti-American, maybe the real problem is that American citizens are already in such a state of political unrest and unhappiness that our government is scared a single foreign influence could tip the scale and have it all be over. Don't you think that by taking away the, and I quote, key communications channel of Americans, it's gonna make those 170 million Americans a little more anti-American? Maybe Congress knows and understands that. Maybe the government knows that the backlash it will receive from banning TikTok does not outweigh the threats that come with its existence. Not in a matter of national security, but in a matter of being the most popular news and media outlet that the government cannot control. Maybe, if this was actually a national security concern, the government would be banning all Chinese-developed apps, like Shein and Temu, that collect the exact same amount of data as TikTok. Because maybe it knows TikTok is something special. You can't politically organize on Temu.
I do believe that banning a social media app like TikTok is a violation of the First Amendment. I haven't had a chance to read the ruling yet, but very disappointed. 170 million Americans express themselves on TikTok on a daily basis, and it's just wrong for the government to ban it. Most of the reasons the government banned it were based on accusations, not proof. I've never been tried and found guilty of sharing information with a communist government or any of that. They've actually offered, through our foreign investment committee that oversees foreign investments, they've offered to have the data here. They've offered to work with Oracle to house the data in the United States. They've offered to have an American board. In fact, it's misreported that it's a Chinese company to begin with. It's owned, 60% of the company is owned by international investors. But disappointing. I don't think the battle's over yet, though. I'm hopeful that President Trump, in coming in, can have some ability. It sounds like Biden left the door open, perhaps, for some executive action from President Trump, and I hope that's what will happen.
Now, yeah, TikTok has contributed to some people becoming more brain dead, and it's been home to terrible content and shit influencers. But let's be real, that kind of content exists everywhere on the internet and is going to continue to exist. Beyond the bullshit, TikTok's algorithms help countless small business owners grow, and it's brought some good people opportunities they might have never had. And if the ban was truly about national security, it raises questions, because Meta and other platforms have had data breaches, and plenty of Chinese companies still collect user data. So is banning TikTok solving the problem, or is it just showing that the government can shut down social media apps whenever they want? What happens when they target Twitter, YouTube, or another platform that you enjoy? I don't think the issue is TikTok itself. I think it's a lack of strong, consistent privacy laws. Shutting it down sets a dangerous precedent. Instead, the focus should have been on creating better protections for everyone, not just taking away a platform that people rely on. The question a lot of these people are asking now is, will someone buy TikTok, and can they buy TikTok? And there's been interest from names like Elon Musk, Mr. Beast, Kevin O'Leary, but it's not that simple. ByteDance has repeatedly said it won't sell, and experts point out that the Chinese government is unlikely to approve any deal involving TikTok's prized algorithm. So for now, it's looking as dead as some of these TikTokers' careers, but we'll see, because money talks.
Yeah, I'm about to buy some shares of Meta. Shout out to the senator. I don't know why they tripping. I'm about to follow suit. Shut this shit down.
Hey, he had a good play on that one, so I don't blame him.
Hell yeah. He's like, look, shit, damn that. He's like, I'm gonna vote for this bill, but let me get my stocks right.
For real. Watch says, like him or hate him, that man Trump know how to market. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. One Canadian, I'm desperate to become an American ASAP. Okay, she stole my thunder. You know, you let me know, man, when you want to get your citizenship. But nah. Anyways, though, man. So this was pretty fun, man. And again, I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but thank you everybody for tuning into Knowledge Relationships, like Talks of Tuesdays. Hopefully you guys learn a good lesson, man. Look, don't put your eggs in one basket, not even on YouTube as well, too. And just count down the days like when TikTok will officially get banned for real, and it won't be no less than 24-hour ban. It might be a permanent ban. So brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. If you need to cry around the corner, go ahead, get all your crying out, because it's going to get even worse.
Yeah, that's facts, man. You got just adapt. Like, shit, if you are blessed, man, one of the people, like we said, man, we ain't trying to block nobody money, so get your paper, man. But shit, work a job on top of that. Stack and do something else. Because, yeah, you don't never know when a pendulum's going to swing and things change, man. We living in volatile times now, so I think people still thinking like everything's going to be stable like it used to be. But it's like everything is just changing so fast.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. All right, man. Yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap it up. But thank you guys, man, for tuning in. So,
all right, y'all.
Stay tuned to our next, reaction segment. Let me see. So let's see, this Saturday. Yeah, so this Saturday, like we're gonna probably try to find something that we could kind of react to, man, for fun. But if you guys have any ideas, people in the chat, let us know. Write in the comment section after when the live stream is over. But until then, we are definitely out. Later, everybody. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right.
Knowledge and relationships.